Hey everyone, Monk here, and I'm sure most of you know this already that ZOS has removed the CP cap of 810 and now players can earn and use champion points up to 3600. But the big question is, how do we get to 3600 and do we need to? Well, Rome wasn't built in a day, and ESO, like any other MMO, wants you to invest your time to achieve progression before you can reach the levels to get the most out of their CP system. So with that in mind, I'll show you my top 3 ways so that you can do this effectively and not feel like a brain-dead zombie grinding other zombies for the XPs, because that is not the definition of fun, at least for me. Now before I start, if you are new to my channel, then make sure to hit the subscribe button and bell icon, and if you do like the video, then don't forget to smash that like button. And now there is one important fact we need to establish and understand. With the new CP system, all 3600 CP are up for grab. But for your character to perform effectively in a certain role such as DPS, healer or tank, what you need is 1100. Because as you can see on the screen, you can only slot 4-star on top bar to make those passives being effective. And to unlock any of those 4 stars, you don't need more than 1100 CP. So that should be your first target, not 3600. Another important fact to notice here is that ZOS has changed the EXP curve, and now you need way less experience to gain new champion points than before. For the example, as you can see here on the old CP EXP curve, I needed about 900,000 experience to gain next CP at 1170, and now with the new CP curve, I only need 1/3 of that. And as you can see here in another example, for 350 CP, the EXP needed now is way less than before. So as you can see, the amount of experience needed to gain the new champion points is greatly reduced. Now, regardless of what level of CP you are, there are 3 best ways to get this done. And don't worry, none of them is in Alikir. So the first method is actually quite simple. Random normal dungeons. If you have at least one character which is level 50, then do random normal dungeon. When you finish the dungeon, especially with the experience buff, you can get anywhere from 400,000 to 1 million experience in one run, and if you invite a low level friend or a guildmate in your group, then it's guaranteed to be a base game dungeon, which more or less takes about 15 to 20 minutes to finish. This method is very effective if you have more than 4 characters, because then at slower CP levels with 4 random dungeons, you can get anywhere from 20 to 30 CP per day, and for those who are at let's say about 800 plus, they will gain at least 10 to 15 CP per day. And I can guarantee you, this way it shouldn't take you more than 4 weeks before you reach 1100. And especially if you do this when any double EXP event is going on, this method is twice as effective. And don't forget all the transmute crystals you are going to get from those random daily dungeons. Now for the second method, this is not for you if you're not rich. And by rich I mean at least 30,000 gold to spend per hour. And honestly, in my opinion, if you're serious about farming EXP, then 30,000 gold per hour, it's nothing. And this particular method will net you anywhere between 900,000 to 1.5 million experience per hour. Yes, you heard me right, 1.5 million experience per hour. So what you need to do is to go and find every enchanting writ you can, as long as they are below or at 1500 gold each. However, make sure to watch out for the prismatic glyph ones. People list them quite cheap because they are really expensive to do. So if you buy a purple enchanting rate for let's say 1500 gold, and at worst the crafting cost is again say 300 gold, then you spent 1800 gold, and finishing this rate will give you 43,000 experience when you have all the experience buffs on, which are basically getting into a group of 2 people, having the Ring of Mara, 150% scroll, and 100% event EXP buff. Now don't forget that you also get at least 2 Watcher from these rates, which at worst are worth at least 400 gold each. So effectively you spent 1000 gold for 43,000 EXP. If you do 30 of these in 1 hour, considering crafting and delivery times of say 2 minutes per rate in Mournhold, then you can see 30,000 gold per hour you can get 1.3 million XP easy. And I think 30,000 gold per hour is nothing. And this way, you can get any amount of CP as long as you wish to keep doing it. Maybe even till 3600. So go for it if you got the gold. Now the third and last way is not as effective as the other two, but it works. And this is called play the fucking game. You don't have to go all out war to farm more champion points. Just play the game you do normally, and even before you can realize, you'll be gaining the CP left, right and center. For sure it will take slightly longer, but then hey, who cares, right? It's a game, not a race. So play the game the way you enjoy and don't think too much about CP. Game gives plenty of free 50% EXP scroll. Just make sure to use them all the time whenever you do something. So these were my 3 preferred way of gaining new champion point levels in the new CP system, and I leave it up to you which one you choose. But don't even think about going to Alikir if you value your time even a bit. I hope this video was helpful and you do get something out of it. And if it was, then please make sure to leave a like and subscribe to my channel. See you soon in the next one.